Hi everyone. Today I'm excited to start digging into some of the philosophies behind Kundalini Yoga. It is a very different style in that there are so many philosophical components behind it, things ranging from astrology to just daily practices and how one should live their lives, and to me just a lot of quotes of wisdom. Some of them resonate with religious beliefs I've encountered before. Others just tend to be on point with what we see represented in the world around us. So I'm going to go in today to the Aquarian Age and what that means. This is the time that we're currently in. There have been several ages on this earthly plane, and the one before the current age was called the Piscean Age. This was the age of machines and hierarchies. This was the time of to be or not to be. And information was something that was protected and was guarded and was not readily available to all. Information was essentially power in a lot of ways, and people of power got away with a lot of practices that today's times and societies simply would not put up with. Because the Aquarian Age, the time that we're living in now, which is said to have begun around 1991, is truly the time of information, energy, and awareness. And it is said that our consciously projected word is where we will truly find most of our power, because information in this day and age is so readily available. And it's interesting to me that this was written so many years ago, because even thinking back to 1991, it was such a different time than it is today with the amount of digital capabilities that we have, the way that we can reach out to people on social media and connect instantaneously with people around the world, or do a web search, or even ask Alexa a question and have the answer immediately. It's a pretty remarkable thing. But in that time, in this time of so much information and so many choices abounding, we also are encountering change at such a rapid pace that it can be overwhelming at times. And things like fatigue, insomnia, inability to concentrate, problems with relationships can really throw us off balance right now. These are struggles that we are encountering because we're being overwhelmed with so much change and so much information. So what we can do in this time is to really educate ourselves on various technologies to connect with that wisdom and that center within, because there is education and information, but to come from your highest place of self, you need to access that wisdom to use to navigate throughout this world. So we're living now in a time that is referenced as B2B. Accept your wholeness and your connectedness to a larger creative existence and express it with each committed action. So action seems to be a key word of the Aquarian Age, and it says here that change is not predictable and it is inevitable. And that is so true. That's something that if you look at your own life, you've probably seen such an evolution in the digital age, from computers coming out in the 80s to now, the capabilities that we have with our smartphones and our level of connectivity in the world. And these things can create stress for us. So having those key practices, things like meditation and physical movement and coming into your body, and practices like artistic endeavors and things that get you in touch with yourself, any of these practices to help strip away the layers of the onion. You have to think about yourself, your higher self, as being that core, and we have these layers of stress and choice and information. And because of all this accessibility, we can easily be overwhelmed by it. So we want to center so we can navigate clearly upon our path. It says here that change and learning is continuous and lifelong. We must maintain mental, emotional, and physical flexibility. There really and truly is an atmosphere of global consciousness these days, and things like depression and fatigue and emotional illnesses will continue to challenge us. And so by educating ourselves in ways to combat those types of symptoms, we can also help those around us. On an individual level, by meditating and taking the steps you need daily, meditation, exercise, creative endeavors, by doing those things on an individual level, you are creating a space wherever you go. Wherever you go, you're bringing that space with you, that space of center, that space of peace, that space of calm. And so wherever you are, there is peace in the room if you have reached peace within. So all we can do is strive to work on ourselves and bring that peace outward into the world around us and help others in finding their own peace and their own place of center. So I hope you found today's little lesson in the Aquarian Age of Kundalini Yoga interesting. Thanks so much. Sat Nam.